The use of wallpaper dates back to 15th century England. At first it was seen as a cheap substitute for tapestry and panels. But over time, wallpaper gained a wider appeal. Even today, people are still stuck on the look. When it comes to variety in design, wallpaper has really got it covered. To make the vinyl base for wallpaper, water is poured into a giant mixing bowl with stabilizing powder and a lot of plastic pellets. Solvent is added, which helps to dissolve the plastic pellets into the mix. Large beaters stir it all up. And just as if the factory were making pancake batter, they add ingredients incrementally. A little more powder to thicken the mix, and more plastic pellets for good measure. When the mix reaches the right consistency, it's poured between rollers onto one side of special paper. An applicator roller spreads the vinyl mix evenly onto the paper. A jumbo reel rolls it up and then unwinds it again. Here, nozzles fill trays with paste. Rollers pick it up and apply it to the back side of the paper. Electrically powered rollers pull the wallpaper through a gas oven, drying the paste. Then the paper is wound up again, creating a giant reel. A circular blade now slices through the center of the paper. This turns the one roll into two, each of them 55 centimeters wide. A sample piece is pulled off and the paper is torn away from the vinyl. The vinyl is checked for smoothness and durability. Meanwhile, away from the production line, stylists experiment with paint. They brush colours on a design that they've selected. They select 5 to 6 different colour combinations because this design will be printed in many hues. Each colour requires a separate print roller. The design is engraved into each roller. Ink is applied onto one of the print rollers. As the wallpaper turns on a big drum, vinyl side up, the print roller transfers the image onto the paper. Each cylinder layers it in a different colour, building up the design. Darker colours are achieved by deeper engravings on the print cylinder because they transfer more ink onto the wallpaper. Conversely, shallower engravings produce lighter tones. When they have the final proof, they compare it to the original artwork. If the colours look right, the design goes into production. There's no turning back now. The ink is ready and the paper rolls travel through a web of print cylinders. Here, print cylinders build a dolphin design onto the vinyl side of the paper. To dry the ink, the paper travels through a hot blower system. This is the view from below. Photos are taken and viewed on a monitor to get a close look at the quality of the wallpaper print. If it passes inspection, they roll the wallpaper onto a big reel. Some wallpaper has a flat finish, but they often emboss it, making raised designs. This creates texture. Blades from above and below cut the wallpaper into 10-meter rolls. That's retail size. A conveyor system transports the wallpaper to a machine that shrink wraps it. And they're on their way to making a design statement.